Super Bowl 52. A lot happened in this game, so I'm going to get to all the implications later. First drive, good job of the Eagles to win. First drive, 14 plays, 67 yards, a 7-minute drive. Nick Foles throws a pass to Jeffrey. A lot, you see him going across a little bit, and he throws it to Jeffrey, who breaks free of Rowe. And it's a nice pass play, huge first down on the 3rd and 4, and then later on the drive, a 3rd and 12. Foles steps up, throws one up top for Torrey Smith, and he catches it for 15 yards. Now, I think the penalty here by Zach Ertz for 5 yards at the 2-yard line was huge because it ended up being a drive killer, and Elliott had to hit a 25-yarder, 3-zip Eagles early on. And second drive, Patriots keep going. They keep driving. 1st and 5, Brady hits Hogan for 28 yards, but that's the only big play they can really hit. We're able to stop them really, really close, but they tie the game up at 3. Then the Eagles get the ball back. LeGarrette Blount has a 36-yard run, just carves up that defense, just right up the middle, bam! And then Nick Foles throws one up for a next play, ensuing play. Nick Foles hits Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown, 9-3 Eagles. They played very aggressive in this game. They were able to do what they wanted to do, achieved what they wanted to achieve. 3rd and 7 on the next drive for the Patriots. He finds Amendola wide open. And it was a busted coverage. He went right down the sideline, and it was a 50-yard pass play. And Brandon Cooks on that 3rd and 2 on that drive tried to hurdle Rodney McLeod, but he jumped it, and Rodney McLeod got a face full of nuts. So, wow, just huge tackle there because the hold was botched, and Gostowski hit the upright, and so it was a doinked kick, and the Eagles punt on the ensuing drive. Tom Brady gets the ball next, passes the ball to Brandon Cooks, who's running, and he does not see Malcolm Jenkins, who takes him and drops him, absolutely drops Malcolm Jenkins, and he gets concussion. He gets thrown in the locker room and doesn't come back for the rest of the game, which is huge because he was playing a huge game up to that point. Brady did a little trickery out here. Throwing it to White, Amendola to Brady. Amendola trying to throw it to Brady, but Brady missed it off his fingertips. And then 4th and 5 took a long shot to Gronk, and it didn't work. So Eagles get it. From there, he hits Ertz for 19 yards in the middle of the field on 3rd and 7 for a first down. And then 2nd and 10, a huge play to Alshon Jeffrey in double coverage. He sort of makes like a adjustment and falls, and follows the ball and catches it perfectly. And then LeGarrette Blount runs up for 21 yards, 15-3 Eagles at this point, second quarter. Next drive, Brady hits Burkhead for a huge 46-yard screen pass. Nothing else really happens that's huge on this drive. Eagles defense holds. Gostowski hits a 45-yard field goal, 15-6 Eagles. Next drive, Jay Ajayi with a huge inside run for 26 yards. Foles throws one for Alshon Jeffrey. Stephon Gilmore is covering him. Alshon Jeffrey did the mistake of tipping this to the middle of the field, and he tipped it out to the middle of the field, the 1-yard line, and Harmon picks it off and runs it back to the 10. And this is a huge swing. This is about at least a 10-point swing. But the Patriots take it, and Jalen Mills, a 3rd and 6. Jalen Mills held on to Chris Hogan to extend the drive, and then Brady took a long shot to Hogan for 43 yards on 2nd and 10. And then James White in the middle of the field runs, breaks 2 tackles, 26-yard touchdown run, 15-12 Eagles. Steven Gostowski hooks this extra point, so they've left about 4 points on the board in this first half. And then Eagles, drive right before the half, 7 plays, 70 yards. They got to go down. Foles hits Corey Clement with a perfect pass ahead of him, and the tackler's behind him, and he just takes it and runs 55 yards all the way up to 8-yard line. And then 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Nick Foles yells kill, runs alongside Corey Clement, wildcat snap. Corey Clement flips it to Trey Burton. Trey Burton throws a little pass to Nick Foles for 1 yard. Great trick play. Eagles are extremely gutsy here. 22-12 Eagles at the half, and the Patriots can do anything at the end. So 22-12 Patriots at the half. This is just an amazing game to watch in the first half. Great drives, great plays, only one punt, and field goal, touchdown, missed field goal, downs, touchdown, a punt, downs, touchdown. field goal, touchdown, touchdown. And then time runs out. So that was the first half drive chart. And now let's move to the second half. Tom Brady comes out, drops a dime to Gronk for 25 yards. When three cornerbacks are in the middle of the field, he still throws one up. Then he throws one up high for Gronk for 24 yards. And then he hits Gronk for 14 yards, right for a first down. And then he throws one to Gronk. As he's falling down in the middle of the field, he just puts in the perfect spot where Gronk can sort of fall right into the ball. And 5-yard touchdown pass, 22-19 at this point. And then the Eagles. The answer is huge here for the Philadelphia Eagles. The answer is huge. And they come out and they hit Aguilar, 3rd and 6. Aguilar spins out of a tackle and goes 17 yards. And then he hits Zach Ertz down the sideline for 14 yards, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 6. This is a huge controversial call. Nick Foles hits Corey Clement over 2 defenders for a touchdown. This one is reviewed, and it looked pretty close. He looked out of bounds. But you know what they say, what comes around goes around. And the Patriots do all this stuff with the refs, and they shouldn't be surprised when something goes against them. Like I say, you never depend on the refs to win your game. So 29-19 Eagles, and then Brady does his thing, hits Hogan in the middle of the field for 16 yards, hits Amendola, who drives back to the ball for 18 yards, and then he drops an absolute dime to Hogan for 26. Absolute perfect throw, perfect catch. Hogan catches it, waltzes, gets his head and body in. 29-26 Eagles, and just great. And so the Eagles get the ball back. Obviously, they put on a methodical drive, dropping passes to Aguilar, Torrey Smith, and Jake Elliott hits a 42-yard field goal to sort of start off the fourth quarter for the scoring. 32-26 Eagles. Then you got another drive up here. Burkhead starts running well. Brady's hitting passes to Hogan. Brady hits a pass to Amendola at the corner of the 50, and he corrals it with both hands and goes out of bounds. Brady hits Amendola with the throw over the middle. Just a perfect spiral, 30 yards. Easy. And then Brady at the end, to cap off that drive, hits Gronk at the corner of the end zone with Ronald Darby covering him on 2nd and goal for the touchdown. 33-32 Patriots. First lead of the game. They are absolutely hyped on the sideline. They think this is Tom Brady's time. This is Tom Brady's stuff. He's going to get it done. And the Eagles they were relentless. The Eagles came back. 3rd and 6. Eagles, Nick Foles hit Zach Ertz with a slant for 7 yards. And then 4th and 1. This is a huge play. Foles is sort of scrambling, finds Ertz in the middle of the field, hits him. Ertz gets 2 yards. First down with about 5:39 left. Huge first down here. The Patriots had to call some timeouts. Call a timeout defensively early, and this kind of cost them in terms of time clock management. And Nick Foles, another pass where he moves out of pressure, finds Nelson Aguilar open and throws it up top for him. And he gets 10 yards and a first down, and then he throws another one in a very, very small hole. He threw a bullet pass to Nelson Aguilar for 18 yards, and McCourty got injured on that play, and Devin McCourty was out for the rest of the game, and then Foles threw a screen pass. Aguilar should not have gotten out of bounds on this pass because this saved about 30 seconds for the Patriots. And, they were able to call timeout, and then Nick Foles hits Zach Ertz on a slant for 11 yards for a touchdown. He catches the ball, takes 4 steps, so they call it a catch even though the ball hit the ground. And they rule that he broke the play, which he did, in my opinion. But it's a controversial call. It's a 50-50 call. Go either way because it went either way with Jesse James and Des Bryant. So it's a 50-50 call. You can't really rely on that stuff, so you just kind of have to, keep playing the football game, But, 38-33 Eagles with 2:21 left. This is where the huge drive happens. 2nd and 2 on their own 33. Brandon Graham is swiping at the ball. Brandon Graham is swiping, and he gets it out of Brady's hand, strips it, and Derek Barnett falls on it at the 31. Now, I remember the Patriots still have 1 timeout, though, so they stop LeGarrette Blount on 3 straight runs, use a timeout. Eagles bleed out some clock, kick a field goal with 1:05 left. So it's 41-33. Jake Elliott hits a 46-yarder. And, so that's crazy. 41-33 Philadelphia Eagles. And with Brandon Graham, I felt like he should have got the MVP because that was a play of the game. So then Dion Lewis tried to do a little lateral to Rex Burkhead, and it failed because Why would you do a freaking lateral there? That was really boneheaded play, and it didn't work, obviously, so it pinned them back at their own 9-yard line. Tom Brady threw a pass, 4th and 10, to keep the drive going. Threw a couple of passes to Gronkowski, who got out of bounds, and then he throws a Hail Mary midfield. There was a Chris Hogan shove here that was not called, a pass interference. You're not going to call that at the end of the game either way. You know, like I said, what comes around goes around, and the refs let them play in this game. Refs let the defense play. Refs let everybody play pretty much. They didn't do anything. Hail Mary hits the floor. Philadelphia Eagles capture their first Super Bowl in the Lombardi era. 41-33. Nick Foles wins MVP with 370 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tom Brady puts up 505 yards with 3 touchdowns and no picks in a losing effort, and the defense really let them down. No punts in this game except for one in the second quarter by the Philadelphia Eagles, and they still won the game. Matt Patricia's defense and Bill Belichick's defensive scheme both let them down. Patricia's out next year. McDaniels is out next year. Missed extra point, missed field goal, Patriots extra point, obviously 2 controversial calls. Most total yards in Super Bowl history with 1,151. No Cooks with that hit by Jenkins in the second quarter, or Edelman all year. Huge 4th and goal pass from Burton to Foles was the huge key, the one that the Patriots weren't able to make. And just a huge, huge game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Foles came out, plays confident, plays great, puts up great passes, helps the receivers out, does screen passes, does everything that is asked of him. The running game plays solid. Their defense played terrible, but they used a backup quarterback to dethrone the New England Patriots. What a game. What a Super Bowl. Unbelievable how amazing this one was. There were 21 drives in this game, and there was only one with a punt. One. There was barely any commercials all game long. It ended fast. Halftime show didn't take long. The quality of high-quality football played in this game, amazing. Amazing. I think this is a Foles-Brady Super Bowl. Think of what would have happened if it was a Brady-Breeze Super Bowl or a Brady-Rodgers Super Bowl. Unbelievable. This is absolute craziness. Here's what I think. Okay? I think my prediction is the Patriots are going to be even hungrier next year. And with Carson Wentz, the Eagles are going to be more dangerous next year. I like this Philadelphia roster. They play very, very well together. They're all togetherness. It's very, very good. I don't think Belichick and Brady are going anywhere. I don't think Gronk will retire. He said he's contemplating retirement. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Congrats to the city of Philadelphia. You really earned this one. This was a win that you guys need to celebrate for at least till the beginning of the next NFL season. It is crazy. Carson Wentz breaks his ACL against the LA Rams, diving for a touchdown. That didn't even count because it was called back from a penalty. Still stays in, throws a touchdown. You guys win that game, and you guys have really only lost one game since. Yeah, you guys beat the Giants. You guys beat the Raiders. We were what? Exactly. We only lost one game since he's out. We had lost 2 by then. We had lost Seahawks and Chiefs. So we only lost 1 game after Nick Foles came in. So it's not a system thing. It's just a quarterback thing. Because Nick Foles, in those last 2 games of the playoffs, he looked like the Pro Bowler that he was in 2013. And I honestly hope that he stays on the roster, because I heard this ACL thing might take a little longer for Carson Wentz to recover from. And it makes sense because, it's an ACL. You don't really want to sit there and be like, So give him time. Let Foles be a little bit of a bridge in case Wentz needs, some dusting off. The system's obviously changed. You did more RPOs. You did less run plays. You know how it works with Wentz with the North Dakota. They put some North Dakota State offense in there with Foles. It's an RPO. I think Doug Peterson definitely outcoached Bill Belichick with a better scheme. Defensively, neither of them really had a scheme, to be honest. I mean, it was just this full-out scoring onslaught, and it was whoever had the ball last, and the Eagles stripped them, made one play on defense at the end of the game, and sealed it. And it was crazy because even if that penalty was called, I don't think they would have been able to win with the Hail Mary because of the way that Eagles defense played. Towards the end of the game, I really, really liked the fact that they did it this way, but I don't think this is usually a winning formula. Doug Peterson outcoached him. Nick Foles, MVP. Great game. Great set of stuff. Super Bowl 52. Philadelphia Eagles are your winners, and I will see you next NFL season with more recaps and more stuff. But this is absolutely amazing stuff. You cannot write this stuff. Super Bowl 52 with new records, new craziness. Super Bowls like this had to be like this every single year. It's extremely path-breaking. I loved it, and I myself am an Eagles guy. So, fly, Eagles, fly. Because that was amazing. Great game. I hope the ratings didn't dip too much because of the commercials, but dang, Eagles capturing first Super Bowl. Unbelievable. Teams great set up for the future. We'll see. Bill and Tom will be fine for next year. So this is just going to be a great offseason filled with intrigue. Obviously, Eagles are going to stay put. We'll see what happens with the Patriots with both coordinators going out.